Hey, it's your boy Six. Let's talk about it. The NBA trades, bro. Trades are getting out of hand, man. I think though these are for ratings. I'm gonna be honest. That's why most of this stuff happened. Like, come on, Anthony Davis for Luca, ratings. It's just Luca in LA. It just sounds to me like ratings. Like, I mean, entertainment. That's what this league is. It's not about competitiveness. Um, a lot of people think they're gonna win a title. I don't. They're not better than Boston. Yeah, Luka's a nice player to have, but I was like, honestly, the Lakers might have got worse. Because now, not only did you lose your big, you have no defense at all. Your defense was already bad with Anthony Davis, who was a top 5 defender. Now your defense is the worst in the league. Um, I really need to say more about that trade, the Luka AD. Not even gonna really get into that. The Kuzma Middleton trade, I wonder just how injured Chris Middleton is. That's what this trade tells me is Chris Middleton is really injured. He probably won't ever be the same because Kuzma, no disrespect to Kuzma, but he's not the player that Middleton is. But I think the Bucks were doing this because the Luka trade, they were like, okay, look, we got to go make a move or something to try to compete with Boston. Then the Knicks, I was like, they didn't make any trades, and they're smart for that because they got the team. Like, I don't think the Knicks should even make a trade. I'm gonna be honest, if I'm the Knicks, I don't make any trades because that team you got, you probably got the best starting lineup in the league. You got Jalen Brunson, Cole Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and OG Anunoby. That's probably the best starting lineup in the league. Boston didn't need to make any moves because they just won a title. They need to run it back. Cleveland, they didn't need to make any moves because they got the best record in the league and they're the best team in the league. A lot of people say OKC, but I was like, OKC ain't better than them. I was like, OKC played a 7-game series with them. I'm picking Cleveland. Their defense is better. Their players, I think they have I think Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland as a duo is better than SGA and Jalen Williams. Now, I think SGA, if you want to say he's the best player out of all of them, that's fair. But as a duo, I don't think Jalen Williams is better than Garland. I think Garland and Mitchell are just that much better as a duo because they work perfect. And then you got Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. Then let's talk about that Levine and De'Aaron Fox trade. The De'Aaron Fox trade, I think he just really wanted out of Sacramento, and I'm kind of curious how they're gonna do Malik Monk because I think Malik Monk might get shipped out too. Maybe even DeRozan. I think DeRozan low key is on the trade block because I was like, now you get rid of De'Aaron Fox, unless, but I mean, what doesn't make sense is Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan were together in Chicago. Now they're together in Sacramento. They're back together. What's going on? Like, what's going on? I knew that they probably didn't mind playing together, but what in the world is going on? Why are they back together? Malik Monk, and you got 3 2 guards on that team that are capable of being starters. Malik Monk, I think he needs to get shipped out or DeRozan got to get shipped out because you brought Zach LaVine in. One of them dudes got to get shipped out. I'm sorry. It's just it would make sense for one of those guys to get shipped. De'Aaron Fox playing with Wemby, I think that's a good thing for him. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that's a good thing for Wemby because De'Aaron Fox is better than CP3. At this point in time, he's just way better than CP3. Like, I mean, no disrespect to CP3. I think CP3 is a great point guard to have off the bench, but De'Aaron Fox, he's a better starter guard. Perfect. That trade works for the Spurs. Chicago, they made this deal, I think, honestly, because they wanted to get off Zach LaVine's contract, and what they're trying to do, they're trying to rebuild for the future. They're in the sweeps. They're probably trying to be in the sweepstakes for that #1 pick because they either want Cooper Flagg or Ace Bailey. I think that's what they're trying to do. Same thing. I think the Wizards are doing the same thing. I'm just so curious what's going on. Jimmy Butler just got traded to Golden State because Kevin Durant didn't want to go to Golden State. And honestly, I heard people saying KD might go to Miami, and I was like, psh, I was all for it. But I was like, honestly, as a Miami fan, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I am a Miami fan. I really, as crazy as this sounds, I really wanted Bradley Beal. I wanted Jimmy Butler to get traded for Bradley Beal. And I know everybody's like, what? Bradley Beal? Really? He's not all that. But I'm like, honestly, Bradley Beal in Miami would have been perfect. He would have fitted in perfect with us. He's a scorer that we need. Because I think he's better than Tyler Hero. At this point in time, he's better than Tyler Hero. Yeah, Tyler Hero could be a star in the future, but I'd take Bradley Beal, like right now, over Jimmy, because I think he would just work. Plus, we wouldn't need a superstar at that point. We got a team. We got 2 scorers. We got a big that can defend, and bam. And then we got a really good rookie center. I forgot the guy's name. It's a weird name, but man, the NBA got shook up. Who else? Who else got traded? Oh yeah, Andrew Wiggins, and yeah, Miami ended up with Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, Dennis Schroeder in the first round, a protected pick, and I was like, damn, I was real sick about this trade because not only did we not get Bradley Beal, we ended up with Andrew Wiggins. And I mean, no disrespect to Andrew Wiggins, he's not a bad player. But if we were gonna trade Jimmy, I was expecting at least a Kuminga in that trade. Like, come on, I wanted a Kuminga or Moses Moody. Honestly, I would have took them two with no draft picks over this trade that we ended up getting. I ain't gonna lie, because Moody's a scorer, he's a shooter, and Kuminga is legit. Like Kuminga, he's a legit scorer. Like he's gonna be a nice player. He's gonna be a star player. Problem is, in Golden State, it made no sense for them not to trade him. Like they need to ship that dude. If you're not gonna play him, ship him. He's a star player waiting to happen. He's not gonna be able to be a star there with Steph. Now, unless you want, I think realistically speaking, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think Steph got 2 more seasons in him, and I think he's gonna retire. And the reason why I say that is because Jimmy Butler signed a 2-year extension through 2027. I think the reason why they gave Jimmy that 2-year, he getting paid like 61 a year, or 60 and a half. And I'm like, a lot of people are like he's overpaid, but I was like, they didn't make this trade just to pay him. They made this trade because they wanted Steph. They wanted to make Steph happy. He couldn't get KD, so you got the next best guy on the market, Jimmy Butler. But I mean, I just really hate that we didn't get Bradley Beal, man. Like, that is so tragic. Bradley Beal was there. All we had to do, but I guess if we were going to make a trade with Phoenix, we were trying to get Kevin Durant. But I'm like, wow, why go for KD if you can get Bradley Beal? If we would have offered them Jimmy for Bradley Beal, they would have took it. I know they would have. Oh, man, I hate that, bro. I'm still sick of that. I think the Mavs, they improved the most after all the trades, so I think they improved as a team. Like, a lot of people are looking at it like, oh, man, they lost Luka. But you gained Anthony Davis. Your defense is way better now. Way better. Like, now you have an elite defender. And the crazy thing about it, Anthony Davis is averaging almost 30 this year. So you're scoring, him and Luka scoring it's not a drop-off. Luka played 22 games this year for them. So, honestly, it's really Anthony Davis was having a better season. So I could really say the Mavs won the trade. But they won the trade as in for this season because they're probably going to go to the finals. I'm going to be honest. If I had to bet on any team out of the West, I would bet on them or OKC. The Lakers have a shot, but I just realistically don't see it with the defense, man, because they're going to have to average 140 points a game. And honestly, I don't want the Lakers to go to the finals because I don't want LeBron to lose another finals. This team, him and Luka are not going to be good enough to beat Boston. I'm just going to be real with y'all. They're not. They're not ready. I don't think they can beat Cleveland. I don't think they can beat the Knicks. I'd even say even Milwaukee would give them issues because Giannis would be a problem. They don't have a defense. They're going to throw Jared Vanderbilt on Giannis, and he's just too small. Like, I'm going to be honest. He's way too small. And I was like, Giannis would just be a problem. And then who in the world are they going to put on Dame? I don't think Dame is the guy. I don't think Dame is as good as people thought he was. I think he's a solid guy. He's a 25-point per game guy. He's a star player. I don't think he's a superstar. But I think he would look like a superstar against a team like the Lakers. because they don't have any defenders. Who are they going? You can't put Vanderbilt on them because you got to put Vanderbilt on Giannis. So I mean, it's just that's 4 teams, and I even think Philly. I even think Philly would get them in the series because Joel Embiid, like I said, the Lakers literally don't have a big. Jackson Hayes, you want Jackson Hayes guarding Joel Embiid? I wouldn't feel too happy about that. Now, however, I think I think where the Lakers messed up, they traded AD for the wrong guy. If you're gonna trade AD, you better go get a Kevin Durant or a Giannis or Joel Embiid. You got to get a big. You got to get somebody that's almost 7 feet tall. Like, I think the problem is you don't trade a 7-footer, or not really a 7-footer, but a big for a guard, especially a guard with no defense. Like, Luka's a great scorer offensively, but defensively he's terrible. He's a liability. And really, if you're gonna throw AD, you gotta at least get a KD. I ain't gonna lie, I would have went for a KD. Like, just imagine LeBron and KD together. Honestly, what I would have rather the Lakers have done, instead of trading for Luka, trade for Kyrie, because you wouldn't have to give up Anthony Davis for it. That's why I don't think LeBron. Like, a lot of people say LeBron did this trade. I think LeBron wasn't pissed off about it, but I also don't think he did it, because I was like, Anthony Davis getting traded for Luka. I don't think LeBron did that, because it's Anthony Davis he traded. I don't think LeBron would have traded AD and Bronny. Everybody else, now if it would have been Dalton Connect, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, 10 first-round picks, that's a LeBron move. This ain't no LeBron move. I'm going to be honest with y'all. And I'm a LeBron fan, and I know I might sound biased. This is not a LeBron move. LeBron wouldn't have traded a superstar to get another one. He would have. Now, if they would have got Kyrie for Dalton Connect, Austin Reeves, and Rui Hachimura, I'd be like, yeah, that's a LeBron move. And you keep AD and Bronny, I'd have been like, yeah, that's something LeBron would have wanted. I was like, I think this was just straight up the NBA and Rob Pelinka, and they were like, okay, we got to make this league more entertaining. So they were like, we're going to take Luka away from a small market team like Dallas, and we're going to put him with the second biggest market team out there, the Lakers, because the Knicks are the #1 team. Like, the Knicks, Marco Wassman, a good Knicks team, there's nothing better than that. And honestly, I just don't really like the move. I get it. The Lakers got something for the future. If that's what they were doing, I understand it. But you got LeBron, who's 40 right now. A future move wasn't good until he retired. This was like trading AD after he retired. Yes, that would have made perfect sense to go get a Luka after LeBron retires, unless LeBron plans on retiring after this year. And I mean, at this point, I really wouldn't be shocked. But what I think something's gonna happen. He's gonna end up leaving, or like I thought at the trade deadline, realistically speaking, I thought he was gonna get traded to Golden State. But now that they made the move for Jimmy, I don't see it. Because realistically, what I was calling for like an Andrew, like this trade that they put together for Jimmy. I was calling for something like that for LeBron, and I was thinking they were gonna throw a Kuminga, Moody, and some picks and go get a Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant and a Draymond. Like, throw a Draymond in the package, Draymond and all them guys, Draymond, Kuminga, Moody. I don't know how many first-round picks, maybe 1 or 2, to go get Kevin Durant. That way, LeBron, Steph, and KD. That was something I thought the Warriors were gonna push. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if I was the Warriors, I would have pushed for something like that. LeBron and KD to go team up with Steph, because that's a team that's for sure coming out the West. Now, whoever they were facing in the finals, because I think the problem is it's not going to be anybody, like the Western Conference. It's going to be a toss-up with whoever comes out. I got whoever comes out the East winning it, because I think the Eastern Conference they have way better teams, way better. Like, I think there's 3 or 4 teams in the East that could realistically win a title. With the West, I really don't see any of them dudes. Like, I can't see any team in the West beating Boston. I see literally 0 teams in the West beating Boston. With Milwaukee, I don't even really see a team in the West beating Milwaukee, just because Giannis is that much of a problem. But I realistically though, I think the Cleveland and the Knicks, I would put them ahead of the Bucks. I think Cleveland and Knicks, I don't think they would get beat by any team in the West. Cleveland, because they're just so young and they get up and down the court, and then they also got rim protection. They got massive rim protection, and then they got Isaac Okoro, a defender that they got who can guard any of the guards and the wing guys. The best wing player, he's going to take that person. And then you got LeVert off the bench who can give you 20 off the bench. Their team is built so good that they're really, really tough. I don't like people talk about OKC, and I was like, the problem with OKC, they have one superstar. And the rest, the guys around them are good players. I don't think that they're star level yet. Like maybe Jalen Williams might be a star level, but I don't think he's as good as these other guys. I really don't. I think if Cleveland and OKC were to run in the 7-game series, I'm betting all my money on Cleveland. Because Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs, I've seen him drop 50. SGA has never had a game where he dropped 50. A lot of people don't know that SGA has never dropped 50 in a game. He's just a really consistent 30. Like he drops 30 every night, and that's why SGA is like one of the best people to bet on. But I don't bet on him because I know sports betting now. Sports betting in 2025 don't do it. It's rigged now. It's so rigged. Guys don't play hard. Some nights they play extremely hard, and some nights they don't do anything. They don't even try. They'll take like 5-6 shots. Like don't bet in no sports betting in 2025. But the NBA, man, it's headed in a weird direction. I don't know what to say now. Like honestly, I think a lot of stuff is going on, and I think what I think is realistically gonna happen. I think we're gonna start seeing trades, and well, maybe not trades, but we're gonna start seeing teams like these older teams. They're gonna start declining. Like teams like Golden State, they're on their last run. They're on their last leg. They're trying to compete in these last 2 seasons for Steph. The Lakers, I don't know what they got going on. I think they're pretty much through booking. Like I think they're just for the future at this point. They got young guys. You got young guys like you got Don Connect. Can't believe they didn't have to throw Don Connect or Austin Reeves or Hachimura in that trade. I guess the Mavs just really didn't want Luka, and I think what happened with Luka, I think he got into it with Jason Kidd, and he probably got into it with Mark Cuban. Because I've never seen anything like this. A 25-year-old franchise guy get traded, and he's made, like, I just never seen anything like that. Most of the time in the NBA, when you the franchise guy, they keep you. The only way you go is if you leave. Like, something had to happen. But they said Luka was like 270. I was like, damn, that dude way more than LeBron. Like, shit, man, he need to lay off the donuts. But I think they got, like, they said something about his conditioning, but I really think it's more to it than that. But yeah, it's your boy A6, and I'm out. It's my NBA takes. Catch me later.